What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Shout out to the Dragon Riders out there. It is the 15th day of July, and here we are, sitting at $502. I haven't made a video, I think, in a couple days, if not at least one day, for Bitcoin Cash because it's been boring. There hasn't been too much exciting stuff going on, but I think it's rather exciting to see where it's at right now. I guess yesterday had a little bit of excitement, in all fairness. This is my cat, Mufasa. There are many like him, but this one is mine. Without me, my cat Mufasa is useless. And without my cat Mufasa, I don't know. I've got less hair in my house, I guess. But I would be pretty sad without him. He's a good boy, man. He's a good one. He is a funny cat, though. He doesn't really meow. He, like, chitters. He, like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try to do it. But like kind of like a chipmunk. He kind of like chitters. I don't know. He'll meow sometimes. But anyways, Mufasa is going to ride the dragon with us today, you guys. Here we are. What's exciting about it, I got distracted, is that the RSI, if you notice, right, has been doing the same thing for the past like few drives now. We will pull down here, right? We'll get lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price, and move on up. You'll get lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price, and then you'll move on up. You'll get lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price, and you'll move on up. I don't know if we have lower lows yet. I don't really care if we have lower lows, though. That's not the main. I get maybe we have lower. If we were to close today red and a little bit lower than we are, then sure. The main point, though, is that we're in the same area that we found support the last few times. Hitting the overbought zone, finding support here, rejecting the overbought zone, finding support here, hitting the overbought zone, finding support here. We're not getting below the 50. We're not getting oversold. Very bullish posturing. I mean, hell, this whole daily RSI, it kind of looks like a giant accumulative, what do they call that? Ascending triangle, right? It looks very bullish. It looks very, very wound up and ready to unleash itself into the overbought zone. And we need that, right? We need that. We need that powerful kind of contracting in the RSI, this winding up of the spring, because this next move, you guys, it's going to be spectacular. It really is. This is a move to watch for the cycle, man. I don't care what the people who don't like Bitcoin Cash, the people who, especially Bitcoin maximalists, right? They're the only ones that are probably not aware of what's going on. But there are people who are open-minded and speculative. You know, they're speculative traders. They don't care about the narratives that, Bitcoin Cash versus BTC, whatever. They don't care about that. They're just looking at this strictly from a technical view and seeing that you are about to break out of a multi-cycle consolidation phase. That's literally what's about to happen, right? I mean, from a high here coming down, we're about to, I mean, we're broken out already, I guess, actually. I keep forgetting that. We're broken out already. You guys, is that 2 weeks? Did we get 2 weeks? Am I missing? Okay. I am off. I'm like, what the hell? That's not, I'm about to say, that's not fair. How did I miss that? Okay. 1 week, last week. This week will be the second week, right? That's the goal. And we don't even know, actually, if that's, let me make sure that's completely accurate. Because when you do it on the weekly time frame, it actually throws it off a little bit. You should do it on the daily time frame. I feel like it's more accurate. Because, where is it? Why isn't it letting me move? Come on now. Come on, Bitcoin Cash. No, I guess it's pretty accurate, actually. Come on now. I don't know. I can't get it on there. Let me zoom in. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm wasting everybody's time. Patience, people. There we go, right there. Yeah, it's been 1 week that we've closed above. We're back testing this area now for support. We're winding up. We're in the same areas in the RSI that we found support the last few times. I think we're going to do it now, right? Every single time it's caused us to get a higher high, but the difference here being that when we get a higher high, we're breaking away from this range. After back testing it, I think we're going to get into that overbought zone. With that, we should see a stronger move than anything we've seen in months. And again, as it's long been prophesied, I don't know how, is it prophesied? I don't know the word for. I'm not going to look it up, man. I don't waste your guys' time any more than I already am. The prophecy has been that this move will be, if not the strongest move in Bitcoin Cash's history, one of the strongest moves, right? And from the same area, if we go all the way back to, the hard fork days, back when BCH first became a thing, on a weekly perspective, it took us 1, 2, 3 weeks to move up. I mean, from this exact same price, really, it only took us 1.5 weeks to move up about 400 390%, 400% essentially. That's about a 4.9x, almost a 5x there. It only took us a little bit longer than that, a couple months later, to move up an overall 8.7x. And I think we're going to move up a hell of a lot more than that in a hell of a lot less time, right? By the end, I mean, what would this be? This is from October to December. Maybe not actually. Maybe not faster necessarily. I would think that we move up to this area here around like 2,400 to 1,800, something like that by the end of August. And then in October, that's when we will break out to new all-time highs. Or maybe October will begin moving up to break out to new all-time highs. That's kind of the time frame I'm running with right now. Definitely by the end of the year, I would expect to write new all-time highs. But it all starts here. It all starts here. I'm getting caught up in the semantics of it all. It all starts here. And we're not the only people. People in the Bitcoin Cash community are not the only people who are witnessing this, right? Bitcoin Cash is a very popular crypto. And with crypto being on essentially everyone's radar, all these institutions around the world, government entities around the world, new speculators, they're going to look for plays to hedge against the United States crypto reserves, the strategic crypto reserves, the Bitcoin reserves, right? What's a better crypto to add into their reserves that might outperform Bitcoin? I know that historically we have not outperformed Bitcoin with Bitcoin Cash, but things are changing. The BCH BTC chart is turning a curve. This thing's about to break out of its all-time historical consolidated phase. There's going to be some interest coming along with this, and I really wouldn't be surprised. I theorized this a little while ago too. I wouldn't be surprised if and when we're above this high, we start to hear that there are various countries or entities that are adopting Bitcoin Cash in a way that we've just never seen before, right? It'll have its own strategic reserve status, or maybe not. Maybe it doesn't have that, but something else. There's going to be something else on kind of like a world stage type of scenario that's going to come out as far as good news goes, or maybe it doesn't. It's still going to pump with or without that. We don't need that stuff. They need us, right? We don't need institutions for Bitcoin Cash to grow. They need us. But I'm just saying that's how the media works. That's kind of how it all goes. If I can get this high to low here. In other words, my friends, here we are at $502. I really doubt that we go too much lower. Like we're probably not going to go below 500. Or if we do, like by $10 maybe? Probably not. We're there. It's a good time. It's like last call. After this next move over the coming days, by the end of this week, we will likely never have an opportunity to buy Bitcoin Cash below $500 ever again in our lives. That's coming. That's like right here. In fact, right now, this might be the closest you can get to buying around $500 for a very long time, if not ever again. I think ever again, really. Because when we break out, when we go all the way up here, we're not pulling back to 500, guys. That's not going to happen. We'll probably pull back to 1,000 and find support there and then continue to rally. End of cycle predictions, you guys, are something between 13,000 to 53,000, right? That's the target area, 1272 to the 1618. I'm thinking that we go to 13,000 personally, but I don't really give 53K any kind of possibility, sure, but like maybe like a less than 10% chance, less than 5% chance. This, I would say we have like a maybe 20 to 30% chance, but most likely we're going to go here. That's my expectation. And if we do go to 23K, we'd like to go even just a little bit above there. So something to keep in mind there. But we'd have to, it depends on how we break out here. It depends on if all these theories that I have come true, right? And again, with or without those theories coming true, it doesn't matter. Maybe there's something else that happens that's really big that isn't anything that I've thought of. Maybe none of it happens and it still goes up there, whatever. Bitcoin Cash in time, whether it's this cycle or next cycle, will go to 23K, will go to 53K, will go to 100K, right? If BTC can do it, BCH can too. And I know a lot of maximalists out there that hurts their little ears. They literally think that Bitcoin Cash is dead. I got a buddy, and no hate to him, if he's watching this, but earlier today I was watching his live stream and he was basically talking about how Bitcoin Cash is dead, and it's just like, man, they don't even know. They don't even know what's going on in the BCH world right now, man. They're not even aware of how bullish this chart looks. They're about to be surprised. The only thing they got, literally the only thing they got, is the chart. We got the fundamentals, though. And all that takes to shine through is time. All that takes is time. And time is on our side. Yes, it is. I hope that wasn't too loud. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Name that song. It's a great song. Oh, yeah, it's righteous. All right, take care. Bye-bye.